Today we talk about this beautiful car, the SF90 Spider. Why did we decide to develop a Spider version of the SF90 Stradale? As you know, driving emotions are key for every Ferrari, and with a Spider model we can increase actually the driving emotions. So obviously for Spider model the most important part is the roof itself. The retractable hardtop is the best solution for weight management and comfort on board. We can open this roof in 14 seconds, and by the way you can do that while driving up to a speed of 45 kph. And there's another very important element. Look how compact this roof is. And this is important because we could maintain the beautiful shape of this car, and also the impact on all aerodynamic elements of the car are very, very limited. Let's talk about the engine. The engine is the soul of a Ferrari. That's what Enzo Ferrari said. And that was the reason why we decided to celebrate this beautiful piece of engineering even more than normally, also on the Spider version. So it's the first time after a long time that we show the engine bay. We redesigned it totally to go beyond the best V8 engine ever made. So it's the most powerful V8 we ever done, 780 horsepower and 195 horsepower per liter. How did we do that? We have a totally new combustion chamber, a central injector derived by the Formula One technology. We have 350 bar direct injection, and all that we achieved without any turbo lag. So if you put the pedal to the metal, the car goes directly. Direct response, that's driving emotion. If we talk about driving emotions, we have to talk about the sound. Low revs, basses, high revs, soprano, thrilling, metallic sounds. The faster you go, the more volume you want to have. So we have to connect all these things, and all comes to your ear and your stomach to involve you. That's like a symphony. We had to invent a new thing which we call turbo caldo. You have to understand that from the engine to the exhaust pipes there are, let me say, some obstacles, some filters for the sound to come out to the ear of the driver. So what we have done is we put a pipe before the catalyst and we bring the pulsations to the cabin. And this is direct to the ear, and you have the pure and direct pulsations by the engine near to the ear. And now we enter in a new dimension, and this is the sound of this new dimension. You have already understood, we are talking about the hybrid powertrain. And the energy source of this hybrid powertrain is the battery, placed directly behind the driver. We have the highest power density in our battery to create all the power and the torque we need. And on top of that battery, we have 3 electric motors. One between the engine and the gearbox. We are using a special technology, axial flux technology, to hold this engine very, very compact. And then in the front we have 2 electric drives, so we can also have all-wheel drive. And all these 3 engines together create 220 horsepower. So we have 780 horsepower by the IC powertrain and 220 horsepower by the electric powertrain. In total, 1000 horsepower. Let's do a focus on the electric front axle, where we have the first time in the history of Ferrari an performance-oriented all-wheel drive. We have all-wheel drive on demand. We have a lot of performance, a lot of power here on this car, and to accelerate we need an all-wheel drive. How can we make the car more agile? And that's the reason why we choose 2 electric drives in the front. So we can control these 2 drives independently and make it easier for the car to go into the curve. So if you steer into the curve, the car is helping you, and is more agile than you normally expect. The driver perceives this functionality 200 kilos less on the car. And there's a third function. Imagine you want to test your car in the morning, but you don't want to wake up the neighborhood. You can go in electric drive, 25 kilometers and up to a speed of 130 kph. I could continue to explain you for hours this car, but the best way to figure out this car is to drive it. And if you drive it, you will feel all the innovations, how they work to support the Farari driving emotions.